The file was sealed in 1994. So why did it list today's date as the time of death? In 1994, the town of Red Hollow, Montana, shut itself down for one reason: the Miller family murders. A father, mother, and 2 children found seated at their dinner table. Hands folded, eyes open. No forced entry, no weapon, no fingerprints, except their own. The case was labeled unsolved, boxed, and buried in a federal evidence archive beneath a courthouse in Helena, and it stayed buried until Special Investigator Daniel Crow requested it 30 years later. Daniel didn't believe in cursed cases. He believed in patterns. The request was routine. The delivery wasn't. The evidence clerk slid the file across the desk, pale and shaking. "Sir," she whispered, "this file. It wasn't like this yesterday." The folder felt warm. Inside were the original crime scene photos, autopsy reports, witness statements. Everything matched the digital archive, except for one page, a typed addendum, dated today. Cause of death, pending. Daniel laughed under his breath. Someone's playing a joke. But the clerk didn't smile. "That file is sealed," she said. "No one has access. Not even you." Back at his motel, Daniel spread the papers across the bed. The addendum wasn't the Narration. It wasn't edited. It was continuing. As a watched, letters appeared on the page slowly, like someone typing from the other side of the paper. Subject shows renewed activity. Observation resumed at 21:46 hours. Daniel snapped photos, checked the metadata. No printer logs, no network connection. No explanation. Then his phone rang. No caller ID. He answered. All he heard was breathing. Not heavy. Not rushed. Patient. Then a voice quiet. Calm. "Did you finally open us?" The line went dead. At 21:46, the motel lights flickered. Daniel returned to the file. Another line had appeared. Observer acknowledged. Transfer initiated. That's when he noticed something new. The crime scene photos. In the reflection of the dining room window, behind the Miller family, a 5th figure. Standing. Watching. Wearing a federal investigator's badge. His badge. Daniel's stomach dropped. That wasn't there before, he whispered. His phone buzzed again. This time, it was an email from the archive system. Subject: case update. Notification attachment. Live feed. Against his better judgment, Daniel clicked. The screen filled with a grainy video. The Miller house, not as it was in 1994, as it was now. The dining room light turned on. Chairs scraped against the floor. 4 figures took their seats. Alive. Smiling. And then a 5th chair slid back. Waiting. Daniel, run. He drove straight to Red Hollow. Heart pounding. Rationality collapsing with every mile. The house was still there. Preserved. Abandoned. Or so he thought. The front door was unlocked. Inside, the air smelled warm. Cooked food. Dustless. The dining table was set. 5 plates. 5 glasses. A folder rested at the empty seat. His name typed on the cover. Behind him, the door closed. The lights came on. The family turned their heads, all at once. The father spoke. "We waited a long time for you to reopen us." The mother smiled. "You always come back to finish the story." The children giggled. Daniel backed away. "This isn't real," he said. "You're dead." The father tilted his head. "So are you," he replied. Daniel felt a sharp pressure in his chest. The file on the table opened itself. A new line typed. Cause of death. Voluntary observation. The next morning, a federal agent was found dead in an abandoned house in Red Hollow. No wounds. No struggle. Seated at a dining table. Hands folded. Eyes open. The case file was returned to the archive. Sealed. And waiting. Today, it lists 4 deaths, but the addendum is still updating.